Hello everyone and welcome to another stream on the Drift YouTube channel, Drift Lewis Twitch channel. I am joined by my good friend and co-host of this new podcast that we are launching, Drift Bridgman. Hello Jamie.
Hello.
Yeah, so this is the first episode of our new podcast. We do not have a name for it yet. This will be a wrestling podcast, so if anyone that gets in the chat or on the YouTube comments section, please do give us a name. We have a few ideas, but if you have one yourself, please let us know. So, as you can see, here is our lovely studio. Let me go and invite Jamie to the game. So we will be going through the entire card of AEW Double or Nothing 2021. That is tonight, of course. And we're going to be predicting everything that's going to happen on the show. So, we'll wait for Jamie to get in, and then we will start. So, are you loading in, my friend?
I haven't been sent an invite.
Oh, let me do that again. You got one?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Lovely stuff. Right, so Jamie's just loading in now. And
I seem really quiet.
do you? Let me try and listen to it. Right, if you walk through and get into
I'm just loading on.
your seat.
One sec.
Does it not tell you to include your audio?
It did. It said your audio is not included, and I pressed something and I didn't know what it did.
Oh. Well, I think some people should be able to hear you. So, do you want to start us off with the first match?
So our first match is the NWA Women's Title match between Serena Deeb and Rio.
Yes, indeed. Who are you taking for this one then?
I would say it would be Serena Deeb.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Serena Deeb winning is an obvious choice. Like it's on the buy-in. It's just been thrown on there. I don't see a title change happening. I think it's one of the easiest matches to predict on the card. I absolutely do not see Riho winning. Serena Deeb for the win.
Yeah. This match we need to get two things from you because it's a casino battle royale.
Indeed.
And debutantes.
Yep. This is if you want to read out everyone that's in the match.
Oh Jesus Christ! 1 sec.
I'll repeat it so people can hear us. I mean, people should be able to hear you, I think, but...
Matt Sydal.
So we have Matt Sydal, Christian Cage,
Dark Order's 10.
Dark Order, Matt Hardy,
Penta
Penta
El Miro.
El Zero Miedo,
Private Party.
Private Party,
Max
Caster,
Duty
Marshall,
Brian Pillman Jr.
yep,
Dustin Rhodes.
Yep.
Lee Johnson.
Indeed,
Stu Gratian.
Yep.
Colt Cabana.
Indeed,
Jungle Boy Dark. Dark Order's Evil Uno. Griff Garrison and Powerhouse Hobbs.
Indeed. Well, and a debutant as well, and an unannounced name. So let's go into it though. Who do you think is going to be that unannounced name? So let's throw out a couple of ideas of who it could be. Obviously, you know, there's rumours of Daniel Bryan, many different people, Ryback. You know, here's a shout, and obviously this might not be it, but I can see this happening. Daniel Benoit. I could see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I can see Daniel Benoit being in there. Obviously, there's some more ones of, you know, maybe on...
We had this conversation the other day.
Yeah.
You put out a good name because they're facing in a couple months.
Yeah, if only there was a recently released WWE talent who's going to face Kenny Omega for a championship, and it could do with a bit of build. Andrade. Andrade's going to be the mystery man. but he's not winning it.
He won't win it though.
I think
Right,
Kenny will
he's
cost
getting
him it.
right back.
I think Kenny's going to cost him it, so I don't see Andrade winning it. Who do you think it's going to be?
Right back.
So you think Ryback's the mystery guy then? Who do you think is going to win?
I'm a massive Dark Order fan,
Yeah?
and this guy is one of my favourite wrestlers. 10.
10. Yeah, I can see 10 winning. Again, I'm going to chuck a name out there. I want this to happen. I'm going Matt Sydal.
Because they did have that little.
Yeah, they had that. Yeah, they had that bit of history. It could absolutely happen. Matt Sydal picks up a win. I
Next.
think it'll be Matt Sydal.
The next match is the rhyming match between Adam Hangman Page and Brian Cage.
Indeed, incredible names. If only we had a steel cage match between the two. Who are you taking for this one and why? Cage or Page?
Hangman Page.
Yeah.
Because Brian Cage is going to be on his own. No Taz, no anyone.
Yeah.
So it will show Brian Cage needs people in his corner to win. So Hangman Page will then win to advance into like a future title shot.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Hangman Page was the number 1 ranked singles guy, wasn't he? For a while, and then Cage stopped that. So I have a feeling that I can see Cage winning to sort of prolong that eventual rivalry between Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. But I see it being Page. I think
I
that...
think what could happen here, Hangman is getting beat up, comes out the Dark Order to help Hangman win.
Yeah. I think that I can see it being Page versus Omega at All Out. I think it could be that, but I'm gonna say Page wins it.
Okay. So this next match would be one of my favourite matches of the night. Miro versus Lance Archer for the TNT Championship.
Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely brilliant. I cannot wait for this match. I think that I'm a bit confused because obviously I don't watch AEW regularly. Like I keep up with it. I try and keep up with it on YouTube and stuff. But some of the stuff I saw, it seemed like Sting and Lance Archer were going to have a feud. But for some reason now, Lance Archer saved Sting from a beatdown. So is Lance Archer a face now? Is Miro a face? Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like, is it heel versus heel? I'm going to say Miro wins because Miro's just won the title. But I think Lance Archer should just have a great showing.
I agree with you, but I think as Archer lost last year for the TNT Championship, it'll be by disqualification.
Yeah. Maybe Sting costs him it. But or is Sting going to be too busy with stuff going on later in the night? Yeah, I'm going to say that the winner is Miro. But I hope it's like... I'm a big fan of like giant versus giant matches that go on for like 15 minutes, just as long as they're good. I can see these two having a great 15-minute match where it's just all about power. And then like say... Maybe even like a double... Like, you know when they both go down to the floor and then the ref starts counting? Maybe they incapacitate each other so much that they just can't get up. And then that prolongs the feud. Yeah. But you've got Miro. I've got Miro as well. Just hopefully it's not like Archer just gets buried.
This next match, UK's Anthony Ogogo versus USA's The American Dream, Cody Rhodes.
Indeed. Obviously, many people are saying this is one of Cody Rhodes' biggest feuds. I think they're wrong. I think Cody Rhodes' biggest feud right now is against Self-Awareness. I'm going to say that I'm going to say that considering that Cody runs AEW, Cody picks up a big win because he's an absolute twat. And I don't blame him for going as the American Dream. I think that's a very nice tribute. I'm just going to say this is his own company, so he's not losing.
I'm going UK all day. UK.
No, I hope Ogogo wins because he's a new star. But the problem is, it's Cody's company. Cody gave himself the TNT title. There's nothing Cody won't do. I mean, yeah, he could have given himself the world title, but it's now just not... Yeah, it's just not allowed. Yeah, like, this guy... I know it's not predictions, but I'm just going to go on a brief rant here. This guy is so egotistical. I get, yeah, it's nice he's having a kid. You don't need a gender reveal on a wrestling show. No one cares. This guy is so unself-aware. Like, if you want to do something, put it out on your Instagram. Put it in a promo that, oh yeah, by the way, I'm having a kid. Oh, and that gender, it's a girl. We don't need a full-blown 15-minute segment of it. Like, this guy, seriously, I cannot wait for when he goes away. For when Brandy has this kid. No, not that. When Brandy has the kid, I cannot wait to see him gone for like 3 weeks. Those are going to be the 3 best weeks of AEW television. But yeah, rant over. Cody's going to win.
Next match, also one of the biggest ones of the night. Is Women's Championship match.
Yep.
Sheena and
Yeah. First thing I want to say is that apparently, I haven't seen this, but apparently there was an AEW commentator that jokes about Shida in a racist way or something. I'm just going to say, if that is true, whoever did that is a vile human being. Racism is not okay, obviously. I think it's so ridiculous for AEW, if it is true, for them to not do anything about it. Hopefully they are having an investigation about it. But going back to the match, I think these are both great talents. I think, what's her name? Britt Baker's phenomenal unsanctioned match with Thunder Rosa. I think that, she's really coming to her own as a heel now. I'm taking Britt Baker for this. I think that Shida's reign has been long enough. Hopefully she can move on to new things. Maybe a feud with Thunder Rosa, something like that. Maybe a feud with Serena D. But I'm going to take Britt Baker DMD.
I agree with you there, mate. However, I don't think it'd be a clean victory by Britt Baker. Reba will get involved. And cost Karu Shida the
Yeah.
title.
It's not going to be clean.
Then to go in a feud.
Yeah, it's not going to be clean.
Will face Britt Baker at All Out.
Yeah. Maybe they have like a Fighter Fest match. And then the winner faces him at Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I think the next women's number 1 contender, Ty Conti again.
Yep.
And even though Anna Jay's out, she should have a go at it, because those two, in my opinion, are the 2 underrated women.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
Wrestling.
Absolutely. What's the next match then?
Scorpio.
Oh, here we
Sky,
go.
and All Ego Ethan Page versus Sting and Darby Allin.
This is so difficult for me to predict because Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky are a new founded team. They desperately need a big win. But then again...
Got a big win over the Dark Order.
Yeah, but then again though, it's Sting's first match back in a ring since 2015. Sting is not going to be losing this. Sting and Darby are going to pick up a win, but I'm not sad by that because I love the Sting and Darby relationship. And I hope that maybe next year at Double or Nothing, it's Sting versus Darby in a face versus face match, and that's Sting's last match. And then Sting becomes Darby's manager. I'd love that.
What you're saying about Sting's last match was 2015.
Yeah.
It reminds me of his WrestleMania match
Oh, yeah.
where NWO comes out.
Imagine if we ever got NWO versus DX. That would be like...
Even though Hogan is bad in AEW, everyone else from NWO go to AEW and help Sting, and then we can have Inner Circle versus NWO.
Bloody hell. Kevin Nash will tear his quad 4 times in that, if it was ever to happen. Alright, so who have you got for that then? I've got Sting and Darby. I can see Paige and Sky winning though.
Next match is the Young Bucks versus
Oh no.
Moxley and Kingston.
This is so hard to predict. For the sole reason that Moxley is not meant to be there. Moxley and Kingston aren't meant to be on TV because obviously that failed explosion at Revolution. That he was meant to be written off TV then, so they might write him off TV now so that obviously Moxley can go and support his wife before she has a kid, and then he comes back or something, or maybe Moxley and Kingston become champs. It's just that we're so close into this Super Elite storyline that it's really torn, but I'm gonna say Moxley and Kingston take the win.
So what I'm saying, before you're saying that Moxley shouldn't be here, Kingston shouldn't be here,
Yeah.
there's a future feud I have in mind.
Is it a Moxley Kingston feud?
No.
Oh, I see.
So I'm having Young Bucks win.
Okay.
Brothers. And attack Kingston and Moxley, interim both. But then here comes Brandon Cutler, Nakazawa, and Don Callis. Kenny's prepared for his match at this point. They all, Young Bucks and them, attack the Good Brothers. So Good Brothers
Whoa.
go face.
Oh.
And then we have a future tag team match between the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers.
Oh my, that would just be like... Oh, do you all know what one of the best tag matches in AEW could possibly be? Fatal 4-way tag team match, ladder match. Moxley and Kingston, Young Bucks, FTR, Good Brothers. Whack them in a 4-way, not like that. Whack them in a fatal 4-way, stick a ladder match in there for the titles. Hopefully it all out maybe. Wouldn't mind seeing that.
I like what you're saying here, but I have a cooler match. Like, same match, but take out Good Brothers, sort of Jurassic Express.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Moxley and Kingston. Who are you taking then?
Young Bucks.
Fair enough. What's the next match then? We've only got 2 left, I think.
No, I think these both will be the 2 main events.
Yeah.
It's Stadium Stampede match.
Whoa!
Circle lose. They are out.
They are done.
Give up.
They're finished.
So, Pinnacle versus Inner Circle.
I see this in 2 ways. If it's a comedy type match, Inner Circle are definitely winning. If it's not, Inner Circle are definitely winning. They've just turned face. They lost the Blood and Guts match, which is going to be more important. They look dumb as hell, given that they surrendered the Blood and Guts match. But then Jericho got chucked off a metal, definitely metal or steel, or whatever they refer to it as. Definite metal or steel thing. Definitely not plastic, that just broke easily. Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not a crash pad type thing. I'm gonna say I just think it's far too early for... I don't want to see Inner Circle break up, to be honest. I don't want to see it. I think they could be so good baby faces. I think they could just be like anti-heroes, just absolute badasses that do what they want when they want. And I think that obviously Jericho's going on tour next month, so I have a feeling he's going to be written off here. And me and you have spoken about this quite a bit, actually. That maybe Inner Circle win, but to end the feud, the Pinnacle attack them after, and Jericho gets lobbed off something huge obviously being protected, so that he can get written off TV to do the tour, and then at All Out we get the match that is gonna be the thing that gets out of this: Jericho versus MJF.
So I think Inner Circle will win.
Yeah.
But it won't be Jericho getting the pin. It'll
Oh.
be Sammy Guevara pinning what's his name? Sean Spears, the chairman.
Yeah.
However, he pins Sean Spears 1 second before MJF pins Jericho, who has got cut his face open and a broken arm.
Yeah.
And then MJF will be so annoyed he then attacks Jericho even more. But it could also be a draw.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely going to be a Jericho vs MJF match out of this. It's the thing that started the whole storyline. It should be the thing that ends it.
Yeah.
So we've only got what's left, the main event then.
Oh, we get another main event, which is a match is Pac.
Come on, boys.
Kenny Omega.
Oh, no. Jamie, you're being wrong there. It's not Kenny Omega. It's Kenny, by God, Omega. Carry on.
And then it's fresh, squeezed.
This is... I see an argument for all three. I want Pac to win because he is a phenomenal wrestler that should be AEW champion eventually. I think what could happen is Omega loses it to Paige, but Pac takes it off Paige. I wouldn't mind seeing Cassidy as champion, but it's far too early for Omega to lose it. He's only had it for 4 months. Or 5 months, sorry. I'm taking Omega. It's Omega.
What happened? Another debutant. As Andrade
Yeah, maybe Andrade cost him.
attacked Kenny Omega. Mitchell pulled him out. Off the match.
Yeah.
Cassidy and Pac got at it for about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then that will end in they're both knocked out.
Is Pac a face?
I think so.
Because I was gonna say, with you talked about Cassidy and Pac, they could go at it. You got to remember at Revolution last year, they had some brutal kicks exchanges. Like they were some dreadful kicks. Like honestly, they look so painful that no man should ever have to endure that. And I actually hope, in all seriousness, that they do that again. Like, I hope Omega gets written off, and then Pac and Cassidy just start doing the kicks. And because there's fans there, they just go, oh, and they just go insane.
So what I'm saying, they're both knocked out.
Yeah.
Here comes best friends.
Yep.
And then here comes Armature Death Triangle,
Mm.
beating each other up. And then here comes Chris Statlander from the back.
Yeah.
Puts Orange Cassidy over Pac, and Orange Cassidy wins.
Yeah, maybe.
And then we have a rematch between Pac and Cassidy.
If Kenny isn't retaining, Kenny's not being pinned. Omega won't be pinned there. Is it elimination?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I was going to say, if it's elimination, then I was just wondering that. I'm going to still say Omega wins, and I think Omega wins by pinning Cassidy.
Or to be fair, it could end in a submission.
Yeah.
Or it could be like Roman Reigns. Just to take the mock out of WWE.
Oh, yeah, because AEW never do that, do they? Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. They'll do that because they're gonna try and they can't really think of any original ideas themselves. Offense definitely meant any AEW marks. Offense definitely meant AEW is overrated to its very core, and all it literally is. It's just they say, oh, we don't want too many WWE stars stealing the spotlight. Just remember, they've had 3 world champions. The first 2 WWE stars. Their current TNT champion, WWE star. Like, I'm not saying they can't have WWE stars, but I'm gonna build the product around them. Moxley, Jericho.
But women's champion, you can count as a WWE star. Nikki Guerrero was with Nyla Rose.
Yeah, you could say that.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, but I actually think that Nyla Rose, Vicky Guerrero. No, I'm joking. It's a joke. Liv Morgan, though. It's a joke. I mean, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. Liv Morgan isn't a joke, but
What you do to Liv Morgan?
oh, shut up. Get lost, mate. Get lost. Get absolutely lost. Right, that is our predictions for AEW Double or Nothing 2021. Of course, that is tonight. If you do watch it, I hope that you all have a phenomenal time. Thank you for joining the podcast, though, for joining live on Twitch. If you are watching on YouTube, please do try and put some name ideas for the comments. Try and keep it wrestling related. But thank you very much for joining us. He has been Drift Bridgman. I have been Drift Lewis. Enjoy AEW, and we will see you. Well, I will see you.
Drift Lewis is better than Drift Langers.
Indeed, he is. I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. live on Twitch for the Drift Universe mode. Monday Night Raw, June week 1. Thank you, and goodbye.
Or we may see you twice tomorrow.
We may. We might do an AEW review. Might do that. Stress on the word. But thank you for watching, and we will see you soon. Goodbye.